Good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, as we embark on Veterans Day.
Veterans Day. Man, this is a wonderful day.
We'll get all the details coming up here in a moment. We've got Kirby in. He's going to tell us about the events that are happening downtown Meridian, so you can plan to be a part of this. Now, I asked Odie when he came in. I've been waiting on this. I think it's been, how many years has it been since we got the new update from Yellowstone?
It's like they don't know how to write them, or why does it take so long for a new little
Well, I think there were some arguing amongst themselves at one point. But all through it last night, and it's a spoiler alert, it's all over the internet. I'm not going to tell you if you missed it, anything. But all
close
through
your ears if you don't want to know for the next
spoiler alert.
minute.
Go nana. John Dutton was killed within the first 30 seconds of the show. He's no longer on there. But, you know, it didn't show the body. It just showed a form of a body. And I kept thinking, well, this is a setup for a sting operation for them to have hired the FBI. Yeah. And that's, they may work out something later on and bring him back. I don't know how the show was filmed this year, but they took him out. The first episode is what's going to happen, and guess who is responsible?
The lawyer's son's got to be. Yeah.
And I can't think of his name for whatever.
I hadn't seen it yet.
Casey, I mean, it's a great show.
Casey's the son.
Right. He's the other one. He's the one that goes in and sees it.
He's part of the law and the cattle.
He's a
cattle cop.
Yeah, they got a name for that. Cattle something or another.
We have the possum police, and they got the cattle cop.
West Bentley, his name's Jamie Dutton.
Jamie.
That's it. Yeah.
Everybody's saying Jamie. But it went away from me there for a second. And that woman just kind of tells him what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
No, I'm talking about the girlfriend that moved in. You know, that's...
Well, she came in from the company.
Yeah, she did come in.
Was trying to take over. With the airport and all that other crap. Yeah. The old lady brought her in.
This is going to be quite the season of the twist and turn. You can see it coming. And then the new show that Sheridan has announced, Landman. Have y'all seen the previews to that?
No.
And of course, if you've ever worked a pipeline, there's always that guy that goes ahead and has to buy the land for a pipeline. And that's what it's about. Yeah. Interesting stuff with Billy Bob Thornton.
As cheap as he can.
That's right. Mm-hmm. We'll see if that becomes a hit or not.
Well, you know, you've got Tulsa King.
Boy, that's good.
Sylvester Stallone?
Yes. Same writer for this. Awesome. I love that show.
Yeah.
It is.
Taylor Sheridan's got his hand in everything.
You know, how does your mind work that well to cover so many shows?
I don't think he sleeps.
What's that fellow that you see his name on all of these, like CSI?
Couldn't tell you.
Long name that writes all of these different stories.
I can't even remember my name, much less a long name.
You should have it on your shirt like I do. And that way
the only person that I know outside of Sheridan is Norman Lear back in the 70s.
He had all them shows. They were all funny,
I don't know anybody.
Yeah, it's so this guy wrote all these other ones, the CSIs and all that. Now this guy's coming along with all these type of things.
In Yellowstone, will they have Casey step up and be the leader of the family, or will Beth
won't let nobody else take over? Erica came in with the correct answer. Thank you, Erica. Jerry Bruckheimer. He's the one that's written all of these CSIs and NCIS and all that kind of stuff. So now Sheridan's kind of taking over his spot.
He is, and of course bought the 6666 Ranch.
Yeah,
actually owns it. That's one of the biggest ranches that is left in the United States. Was family owned for 200 years. He owns it now. Interesting. Well, he's made enough money off of this to kind of buy what he what he wants there.
He's not hurt.
No, not in the least there. Let's see. Do you remember we talked about in South Carolina where the monkeys got loose? 43 of them escaped.
Yeah.
24. They didn't give you the accurate number. There's an additional 24 floating around somewhere.
Oh my God.
We don't know. They were tests, I guess. And
can you imagine taking a shower and you look out your little window there and there's a monkey staring back?
It's Jumanji. It's what's going on.
It's Jumanji.
Bitcoin is up. I didn't buy any stock into that. Maybe I made a mistake.
Yep. I didn't get it when it was like a half a cent.
Oh, those that done that.
Well, my son got into that. He was.
Has he still got it or sold out?
He got out of it. Yeah.
$80,000. It hit $80,000.
Yeah,
it's a big deal there for the economy. If you've got that, you might be a millionaire if you bought enough of it.
Well, man,
I hate to even
talk
think
to my
if you
son
bought
about that.
$4,000 or $5,000 worth for what that would be worth.
Oh, and there's some people that's done that. And
There
was a thing that they showed one of these football stadiums that showed that's got 150,000 seats in it, and they said you can fill this stadium with just people who have made multi-million dollars off of Bitcoin
Don't kid.
because of this stock.
Well, I hope my son's in that stadium.
Yeah.
I would love to have been in there. I could kick myself for doing that.
Oh, me too. I wasn't smart enough to do it. I remember people saying, buy it. And I'm like, well,
Ain't nobody gonna buy into fake money. Then I started thinking, oh, wait a minute. Maybe drug dealers is gonna
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that use that stuff. I don't understand how it works, but that is it. So much going on this morning. It is Veterans Day. We're getting ready to talk about it. We've had several things go on in our community over the last 24 hours. We're going to tell you about the deer.
Wow.
Boy, North Hill Street. That's up next. 2 buck deer loose in the streets of North Hills. We'll tell you what they did next at the Scotty Ray Report.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Y'all come on out and see us at J&J Used Cars, Highway 19 South in the southeast community. We right up the hill from the red light. Wide variety, nice quality used cars. Got 4-door Z71s. Hey, Christmas gonna be here before you know it. Wife, daughter, they will get you off your feet and back in the street. Right here at J&J Used Cars on Highway 19 South, Meridian.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie as we begin this. As we mentioned, Saturday morning, one of the strangest calls I think I've gone to of there's deer inside stores. Oh, yeah, it really was. And we're going to watch this. I was trying to get the full view here, and it acted up for some reason. Let's see if I can get it. Here we go. Let me back this up where everybody can visit this. This is the actual video. Look to your screen on the left that are going to be coming. It's going to be 2 deer.
Something spooked them. They got out in the highway and a car came by. Something spooked them and they were just
boogieing
in the run there.
Here we go. And then that one successfully went in. Mm-hmm. Now, that I've never seen that happen before, quite like that. They were cleaning up for quite some time. Let me show you after we got there of what it looked like. Let's blow this up here. Here's the scene as I arrived on scene after that. Let's hit play on this. I don't know what that was about. Huh.
I guess you just got to go back and find the original video there.
There we go. I'll pause it there. Here's the store where it actually made entry. That second deer, that first deer that hit. busted just the outer window here. It didn't make it all the way through. But and then as that deer turned, let me hit play here, it would go down the sidewalk to the right. Look at that, the damage.
I mean, and then it kind of thrashed inside a little bit. I can't remember. I had read somewhere what
it went inside
the
this.
Amount of damage was.
It hit the wall there, trying to go in between the two rooms. But it went down the sidewalk there and bumped some windows there. Again, it was something to watch, without a doubt.
I can imagine being there and hearing that. You've heard a bird fly into a window. Wham! Imagine that.
But the lady said that when in Twisted Tea, that when he got into the doctor's office next door and was trying to get him hitting the sheetrock, I guess it was scared, didn't know which way to go.
Well, he stuck out inside, never been inside, and now here you are trying to find your way out. I'm sure he did tear something up.
It was something else, let me tell you.
Where is the way out?
What an interesting morning that we had there. Let's see, as we get this morning well underway, let's talk about burglary. Let's go there first. I went to North Hill Street bright and early on Saturday morning. This was at 3. Let me see here. I think I left home at 3:20, and I actually thought I was going to come home. And I got home that afternoon. It's, I think, 7 p.m. after all of the events that went.
You might need to refill your water supply for your portable shower.
You know how you think I'm going to be gone for 10 minutes? Yeah, it didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
We go here, and this was right down from where the deer had its incident. This is directly across from Kentucky Fried Chicken. Let's go here to take a look. Camera swings around, and here's the glass where they're going to make entry into Meridian Smokers. Right here, do you see this?
Yeah.
Right there is how the burglary happened. They busted out that glass and made their entryway into the store.
Wow.
Now, that, at this point in time, has been blocked off to where you can't gain access to it again. But it getting to where you just can't have a glass front anywhere. And you know
that right there is it's damaging, not just to that business, not just to the patrons who have to go in and spend the money to buy products, but our community as a whole is suffering because of these actions. That hurts recruitment of businesses. Why do people want to turn around and invest their hard-earned money? We're not talking about a huge corporation that's got money. We're talking about mom and pops who say, I've got some money put back. I can go borrow a little bit more money. I can put myself on the line to start me a business. And this happens.
You know, as I was talking to him, it's one of those things of the store owner there that night. He said, is getting to where you can't buy insurance. And if you're a new business and own a tobacco type store, they're not going to insure you because there's so much being stolen.
I guess you have to have a sign that says we no longer sell Newports.
What was the movie that had Patrick Swayze? What was that movie? Patrick Swayze.
Roadhouse?
No. That had Liam Neeson in it. Next of Kin. Do y'all remember that?
Oh, yeah, the fellow with the snake bus.
Yeah, and that was the thing to where the mafia was going after cigarette 18-wheelers that was delivering that. And they would sneak up on it and take all of the cigarettes because it was such a lucrative business. Yeah. And that is kind of what is going on here.
Well, you know, me and you both smoked.
I did.
And I started out smoking, and it was a couple bucks a pack. And then it kept rising, and I said, if this stuff ever hits $3 a pack, I'm going to quit. And I think when I quit, it was like $3 1/4, something like that. I said, I am not paying this per pack. And then I remember when it got up to like $5. Now the cost of cigarettes, it's almost like $8 a pack.
It's somewhere along that.
It is absolutely insane. Of course, Greg, says it finally got up to what it was worth.
And a lot of people will still pay that.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's statistics. People smoke from all forms of life. Mm-hmm. But as statistics get into this and break down, they say it's a guy that is out there that is working hard physically, not making as much money, that relies on these types of product, and it hurts. That's the way they forecast it. But at the end of the day, Now, is it bad for you? Yes, we all know that now. I managed to quit. Not everybody has that willpower to do that or want to.
It was tough. Of course, now I dip snuff. So I don't
You
know.
didn't really get off anything, did you?
Not as
Odie
bad.
switched habits.
Yeah, I switched habits. In Connecticut, a pack of Newports, I'd pay $15 a pack.
Now that is way serious.
Oh, $12 in Alaska. Wow.
I'd hate to think what it is in Hawaii.
When I was in the Navy, once you got in international waters, you could buy a carton of generic cigarettes for $1.
Yeah, things have gotten. Tobacco products are out of price. We have a question. I've been getting bombarded by this all morning as to where this is leading to. Is it Carnegie Hall that you're headed to next, Odie, or where is it? As we pull up the latest photo of Odie and Liberace.
Yeah, you know, I've been asked to come to New York and play, and I'm thinking about it. I hadn't turned it down yet.
So, Odie, tell me about this picture. Where was this made? What is this?
So that was Elegant Night on the ship, where you dress up to go eat dinner and all that. And then they've got all kind of picture scenes set up throughout the ship, and we went through and got probably 10 or 12 pictures made, and then you go pick which ones you like. And that was one with a backdrop, and then they had a piano out there, and we sat there and
Can
did
you
a couple
play piano?
pictures. I used to.
Well, I can't lie. I can't.
That was Mama said, oh, so you want to take piano? I said, yeah. She said, oh, well, you're going to take it. You're not going to quit neither. I enjoyed it. But our whole family, Mama, my sister, myself, my nephew. But anyway. So
90% of everybody that has a piano in their house go, what are we going to do with it? It weighs too much.
Yeah. We got a
Man, those things are
piano.
monsters.
But it makes you look real social, though.
It does. It does. But yeah, so that was just a picture, and that was one of them that it really turned out and looked nice.
Do the hand thing for us there, Odie.
I know where my home keys are.
I don't know where my away keys are, so I ain't going to mess with you over this one. But, you know, and truly, there's a lot of piano players in this world, and I commend you because it is a talent. Do you play by ear or by music?
Oh, I had to play by music. I could barely. Now, playing by ear, there's a...
That's a unique thing to be able to hear a song and sit down. Wow.
And David Posey, he still sings and plays all kind of instruments. But now, he was the one who tuned our pianos growing up. He would come over and do that. And he didn't need an instrument. It wasn't any of this, put an instrument up and hit this key and tune it till it got to where it needs to be. He could sit there, down, and tune that sucker just right. I mean, that man is blessed.
There
with music.
is talent amongst us of people that do this. And
Yes.
I'm proud of y'all. I really am, because y'all are like no other in this world. And anybody that can play, you know, like saxophones and things.
I play the trumpet and the tuba.
Yeah, there's people that got it, and guitar players. Let's just go ahead and then you got to have beat to be a drum player.
I wanted to play guitar, and I still do, but I've waited so long now. One of these days I may pick it up.
Well, I've learned this from Dylan Ray. Your fingers have to toughen up.
Your fingertips.
Yeah,
you got to have
because
some calluses.
You got to be
there
able
on
to
it.
have the strength in your hand to
Us,
hold the string down.
us people that don't have it, you do it once or twice, you'll be going, ow! I don't think I want to do this.
It's a cramp.
We'll be right back. Kirby's going to tell us more now as he's got his act together across the table from us. And we'll find
First
out.
time ever he's had his act together. But
Veterans Day is here. We'll learn more about it in just a moment.
like that.
Here at Meridian Cycles, customer service is our #1 priority. And when you buy any Polaris, Can-Am, Honda, CF Moto, or Suzuki ATV or side-by-side, we're going to give you your first oil change absolutely free, because we service everything we sell here at Meridian Cycles. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North, or call us 601-485-8700. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair: Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power, made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real Steel. Find yours.
Hey, it's us.
We're back as we promised. Today, well, let's just be honest what went on behind the scenes. As we showed the picture of Odie, our special guest dropped her coffee. It scared him so bad. He dropped it. He fumbled.
Looked that good before.
Kirby, what happened over there with the coffee?
Well, I didn't bring my Captain hooks, to hold my coffee cup.
Then you dropped it.
And I dropped it.
I noticed that one's not pink.
No, I lost my orange one.
Orange one, that's what it was.
Matched your vet,
I had
didn't
an
it?
orange one. It matched my vet. And so I had to fall back on my military style, my army green.
Yeah.
And let me ask this, because I don't know, and I'm sure that I'm not the only person in America that's ever thought this. The hat that you're wearing.
Yeah.
What does that represent, that type of hat? What is that?
Well, I can't say the actual word that military personnel actually use.
Gotcha.
Let me rephrase it. Male military personnel actually use. But this hat actually goes all the way back to World War I, World War II. And, it's just a hat that's...
The boogie woogie days.
Well, yeah, and it was a hat that they used because it was easy to just put it under their belt whenever they took it off, and they could put there, and it laid there against their thigh. Well, the thing about it is, this hat is mostly just basically ceremonial, as we've gone on to other hats, and some of them have gone to baseball cap looking styles.
Right.
And so the really real ornamental ones, they look like they got a big halo on top of their head and it's different color. Mm-hmm. So it just each hat's got its own thing. Now, I don't really know the history on these, except that I've seen them in the old movies.
Yeah, I have.
And I do know that when I had to wear one of these in the Marine Corps when I first got in, we had these, and like I said, we'd put it under our belts. And whenever we went into a building, because technically inside a building we're supposed to go uncovered.
That's right.
And so I'm only wearing it simply for the advertisement this morning. And
so inquiring minds just have to ask on this Veterans Day. You were a Marine. At any point did y'all all get together and do karaoke and do "In the Navy"?
No.
You can get I forget what the words were to it, but the Village People.
Yeah, the Village People, they had that. I thought it was really in the YMCA and all that other stuff, but no, we never did that.
I'll just check it on you.
And I'm hoping that never happens.
Just never can tell.
I'm gonna work on that.
I do karaoke, but I ain't never gonna do them songs.
I'm gonna work on that at our next Moose meeting.
Moose meeting. Today, tell us the events that lie ahead of us to make plans for everybody to be there.
This morning, if I can get everybody to be there by 9:45, be sitting down in the chairs around 10 o'clock. Then at 10:30, we're going to have this flyover of aircraft going over. We're all going to be right there in the streets of 23rd Avenue between 6th and 7th Street, where the police are going to have it cordoned off so we can have our tribute to Veterans Day. Veterans Day is not Memorial Day. Memorial Day, we are in a somber mood because we're not celebrating, but we're recognizing those that have gone, that have given their ultimate sacrifice. Whereas on Veterans Day, we're actually celebrating all our veterans, past and present. And we're celebrating those that are actually not working. They're in the military today, serving. Yep. And so that's what Veterans Day is all about. And today we're going to start off at 10 o'clock, having everybody sit down. By 10:30, we're going to have our ceremony going. Our keynote speaker is going to be Captain Justin Kutch, and I hope I'm saying his name properly. His spelling of last name is Kuch. So it could be different from how I'm saying. I apologize if I'm saying
I do that a lot
correctly.
myself.
So anyway, after the ceremony, we're going to have a luncheon for all the veterans in the area at the VFW Post 79, which is that post that's right there on Old 80 West, heading off of 19. And that's going to go on at 12 o'clock. Veterans eat free. Everyone else, we're asking for a donation to help cover the cost of the luncheon. After that, we're going to have a parade like going through downtown, just like the Christmas parade, but it's going to be the Veterans Day parade. And we want everybody that's going to show up for that to line the streets like they yours to do.
Tell us where to line the streets. Where's the best place to get a good seat?
To me, the best place to actually get a good seat, in my point of view, is right there in front of the City Hall, right there adjacent to the Doughboy Monument.
Plenty of room.
Absolutely, there's plenty of room. There's lots of space. You know, even the intersection is huge. Of course, it gets a little bit smaller as you go on down towards 4th Street and Front Street. And but that's also a good spot right there, and especially right there at the intersection of Front Street and 23rd Avenue. That's a great spot. And it seems like everyone doesn't really want to get there. I don't know why, because that T section is really good.
Yeah, got to make that turn and see it all.
Absolutely, and so it's good, and you're going to see everything right there at that intersection. You're going to see everything. You're not going to miss nothing. And so, but that's lining up. We'll start at 25th Avenue and 9th Street. That will start at 2 o'clock, and then at 3 o'clock we're going to start the parade. And hopefully
if there
we'll
was
get some people
somebody
out there.
If there's somebody sitting back going, you know, I didn't know if I'd have time, or now, I didn't think about it, but now I'd like to participate. I'd like to have a vehicle in the parade.
Absolutely.
Is it still time to make contact and say, hey, can I be in there?
I'm actually supposed to say that Friday was it, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you show up, then
we're going to put you somewhere.
We're going to put you somewhere. And we want anyone and everyone that wants to celebrate the fact that we have veterans here and the fact that what this day is all about. And so we want people to come in and participate. And if you don't want to walk it, I totally understand that. But we're taking, we got fire trucks, we got police cars, we got people dragging their trailers behind their trucks. We want everyone that wants to participate to please, at least show up and see what we can do for you.
Yeah.
And if in fact you still want to get in on it, send me a text at 938-7523. 601-938-7523. I can't even. Well, I don't call myself.
Well, let me. As you were saying that, I was for 25 years. I said a request line number,
right?
And it is so hard not to say it. 25 years of it.
I know.
Like y'all even took requests. Y'all just had people.
I've had this number for 30 years. And so, but yes, sir, you just send me a text, and I will do my best to make sure we get you in there. And if nothing else, show up. And the line can be long, so it's up to you how long we're going to have a parade.
All right,
and
that's right.
That's the thing there.
More coming up with that. I want to point this out. They're trying to find Why Not in Lauderdale right now because you can't see it. let me pull up radar and just show you what we've got this morning. This is thick and thick and thick. This is calm down a tad as we go here on the east side there at the four-way stop Marion. It starts getting thicker the further north you go. It gets bad by the time you make it up here to Lauderdale, the Cefco, Ralph's house. Ralph Morgan Rodeo Arena is going to be hard to see. Now, this stretches all over here, York Road, these areas here. And this is 2-lane as you get over here. Now, again, as we've mentioned here, right there at Chip Pickering Road, as your Minnebucket Road, that intersection on 45 is some kind of dangerous. And all of this area out here at 19, there's still fog here. As you get up into 496, Alamucha area, man, we want y'all safe where you're going. And although the radar doesn't pick up some of this, there's some low-lying fog in other areas that is out there as well. That's just the thickest of the thick that we've got this morning.
Headlights. Today is a day that you make sure you've got headlights on.
But not on bright.
Dim. That's
Yes,
right.
they
Bright
be
will
on dim.
reflect and blind yourself.
That's right.
So be cautious, be careful there. No rain chances for the parade today. That's the good news.
That's
Good deal.
We kind of had that little worry there in the beginning Friday as we were looking at forecasting, but it's going to work out good for that. We've got so much more to talk about. What went on over the weekend? We've got all of those details. Plus, we're going back in history. test Kirby a little bit there.
Yeah, we'll see if his Kanoggan can get back that far.
It's going to be tough for
How
him.
do you spell Kanoggan?
We don't know.
We just like to say it.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Everything starts with a great grill, cookware, and accessories. Add in locally sourced meat and dairy, frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, and daybeds and have fun with our cornhole boards. From animal print coolers to authentic Louis Vuitton purses, we have what you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinara Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie, and as always, our special guests that are in and out. We're going to have a week packed full of guests. I always wait to see who it is. Sometimes this is a surprise to us.
Yeah, we just like to show
got
up.
to write it down.
Bob has spelled Kanoggan for us.
Oh.
K-N-O-G-N.
Ah.
Okay, we'll go with that.
So
I'll go with that.
There we go. Thank you, Bob.
Or you could be like me, just spell it the way it sounds. It'll be okay so long as you pronounce it right. It'll be all right.
That's what Davey did.
Right.
All righty then. Let's get into a few things that happened on this date. Let's go back in history, and I got to find it. The ducky is in the way. My ducky was...
Scotty Duck is in the way.
It was 1918, and of course Kirby's going to know all about this, as Armistice Day. World War I ended, as we pull this up, as it all kind of began here. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, the Great War ended.
That's
At
right.
5 a.m. that morning. Look at the streets of that. That's a picture of how it was. American pride. Glad to have our boys coming back home.
And that's what we need to have today. If you're at work, hey, we understand. But if you're not, show up to show your support for the people who helped give you the freedom.
It's important day. Out of all the parades, and I'm going to be honest about this, and I don't think I'm going to shock anybody. Of all the parades that are held in Meridian, this is the weakest of the week. Is less people show up for that. So I wish I didn't have to say that, but it's true. That's the horrible facts of it.
Well, in '54, they changed the name from Armistice Day to Veterans Day. The reason why is because in Armistice Day, that was all about celebrating the veterans of World War I. So now with Veterans Day, it's all veterans of
Makes
all
sense.
American wars,
or
wars that America has been involved in.
And there's a lot of us. You know, if you've never served, you hear stories, you don't know. But, you know, until you talk to somebody, and it's hard for a lot of guys to talk about what they've gone through, especially those that served in POW camps. It is not a gravy train over there. I don't want anybody to ever think that it is. War is not all glory and all these movies, the way they make it to where it's love and war. It's not.
No, it's not. War comes when diplomacy ends.
That's right.
And that means you're at the last step.
Travis Tritt had a song, The Day the Sun Stood Still. I don't know if any of y'all ever heard that. And it was about the Civil War. And it was a guy that is watching it. And he said, the cowards and the heroes all look the same on the field of...
Absolutely.
And what he was saying is the day would never end. They were on the battlefield, and the battle kept coming and coming. And no matter how bad he prayed for it to end, it wouldn't. And he was caught in the middle of it. He got shot, and boy, and it kind of paints a picture of what went on. Charlie Daniels is the one. Van Mack gave me that, oh my gosh, 35 years ago, a copy of that. Charlie Daniels was the MC of the thing, and it is one of the best whole albums.
Well, just for your own, since you like to have trivia, did you know that the first Veterans Day actual celebration was in Birmingham, Alabama.
See, I would have thought Columbus, Mississippi.
Nope. Birmingham, Alabama.
What did they do over there that was says I didn't know about that?
I don't know.
That is
I wasn't there in 1947.
Birmingham, Alabama. Well, the South, regardless, has always been very, very patriotic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
This next guy he really bugged me. He was not one of my favorite comedians. You know, I have to be honest with everybody. He just he wasn't my
Williams?
No, before that he was Morky.
Oh yeah.
But this guy, I don't know. He was different. As we go back to remember Jonathan Winters, do y'all remember him?
He played right there alongside Mort.
Yeah, and he did. And it just wasn't my kind of.
Yeah, he had kind of a weird sense of humor.
It was different.
Yeah.
I don't know who my favorite would be, but it ain't
George
him.
Carlin, that would be mine.
Oh, he's just filthy.
Yeah. Well, he was actually, he used a filthy way of saying things, but he really got to a point.
Kirby.
He would do that.
Kirby.
Yeah.
He had no filter.
Well, of course not.
His
We got one coming up that was funny.
Have you seen the comedians today talk about no filter?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And, you know, and I'm y'all forgive me if there's a line.
There is.
There is funny stuff in America, and even though that you may not agree, but well, okay, that's funny. But I have there's just certain things that after I know it, I can't go back. Like you kneel during our national anthem, I'm done with you.
Yeah,
I'm not going. You may have a great game.
That's not what you're supposed to do.
But I ain't coming back.
No.
And George Carlin fit into that category with me. And
I understand that.
I won't even tell this one this week, but I was somewhere over and I drew a line that I'm not going to announce, but I drew a line this week on another adventure, and I thought, never, I can't support you. I got to get away from you.
Right. I understand that.
That's not my kind of people.
I got that.
Whew, Lord got me.
Another one though. You ever listen to Bill Cosby?
Yeah,
That
he's funny.
man will have you rolling, and he doesn't use a curse word.
No.
Eddie Murphy was funny, and he used cuss words.
But he used a lot of them.
Mr. T thing, that was as funny as they come.
Yeah,
then you get into the really good ones, which would be
Stevie Wonder. Yeah.
Stevie Wonder. Yeah, that was funny.
But he could do this.
The funniest of funny never used one cuss word.
No,
ever.
That's right.
And that would be Mississippi's own.
Oh yeah.
As Jerry Clower.
Jerry Clower, absolutely.
He was it. They ain't nobody. I ain't never met anybody as funny as him.
Yeah, he's
Red
Skelton.
Red Skelton.
Oh
absolutely.
man, now he's and it wasn't him. He took it and redid the Pledge of Allegiance of America.
That's right.
The person who was standing here.
That's exactly
Pledge.
right.
That means, oh man, it gives me chills thinking about that right now.
Yes, sir.
His rendering of
the Pledge of Allegiance is
That's good.
outstanding. It literally tells you what every word means.
Exactly.
As Erica brings up, Richard Pryor was absolutely
Richard Pryor
was
funny. And you know, who can forget?
Mac. Yeah.
Who can forget Eddie Murphy on Saturday Night Live talking about if you're getting ready to get robbed in Harlem, sneeze and take your gold necklace and put on your lip, and he goes, "No one will mess with you." We all laughed. 1942, we moved to something that happened, and I think there's a lot of guys that remember this. To the age of 18, I was lowered there to serve our country.
Went into the military.
And you know, this crosses that line of you can't have a beer until you're 21 now, but you can serve your country.
You can serve your country. 18 years old.
I'm not so sure.
Don't even have to have parents' permission.
I just and maybe the law is if you're military, you don't have.
Well,
you can. I don't know.
No,
it's not.
No.
It's
See,
not.
here's the thing.
21.
If you go on the bases. All right, and I'm talking about the big bases. I'm not talking about little ones. But you go like at Camp Pendleton when I was a young man in the military. We had the enlisted club, then we had the NCO club, then you had the officers club. Well, the enlisted club, that was the 18-year-olds to 21-year-olds. That was the ones that they could drink there. Usually those clubs were within crawling distance of the barracks. So when they got stupid, then they can crawl back to the barracks, and at 07 in the morning, their butts better be standing tall.
With 3-2 beer.
My question, and again, you know, I'm not a drinker in any way, but if you're 18 and you serve your country, should you not be able to?
Well, you could do it off base, but you could do it on base.
And now
I don't know how it is today. I'm just talking about back in my day.
It's 21 now, and I still think because of the mentality and what alcohol will do, I'm still 21 years old.
Okay.
At 18, I was mad. It should be 18.
Yeah.
I think 21 is it.
As we go to our next one, a face that only a mama could love. And there's another way to word it.
You're not putting my face back on TV.
Do you remember this guy?
Oh, yeah.
From Ghost?
Yes. Yes.
Nitsit, and I can't pronounce that. And I'm not going to try.
Yeah, well, y'all saw
That's
it.
Chiavelli.
Okay, I'm glad you got that. They didn't teach that in English that day. I must have skipped.
That was a test, and he passed.
You know, you look back on Ghost, that was one of those movies that, and Patrick Swayze had so many of them, kind of like Tom Selleck, not Tom Selleck, but Tom, what's his name? He was in Top Gun.
Oh, Top Gun.
Oh,
Cruise.
Yeah.
Each one of those had movies that people would just kill to have that one movie.
Yeah.
And they had movie after movie. Roadhouse. The list goes Dirty Dancing, goes on and north and south. He was good.
He was good. Iconic.
Yeah.
Oh, Red Dawn.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
The original.
Oh,
the original
yeah.
Red Dawn. I like that one.
Man. And it goes on and on of what Patrick Swayze done. And never have I heard anyone say a bad word about old Patrick. He was in Meridian time and time again.
Was
he? Had horses in Newton. Yeah, he had a bunch of his high-dollar horses stayed in Newton.
His picture used to be on the wall of news in jeans from when
why
he was.
Ain't it still?
Yeah, and it may still be hanging on the wall.
It could. I hadn't been in there.
This woman, when she went young, she went real young. Didn't she date like a 20 and 19-year-old?
That ain't young.
Demi Moore.
Oh yeah, Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah,
Kutcher.
yeah. She was like 70 and hooked up with him.
That's all right. She looked like that too. I don't blame him.
She was really in her 40s, maybe 50s.
Yeah, she was in 40s. She got rid of my man.
Yeah,
Bruce
Willis.
And ran off with a young man.
Yeah, ran off with old Justin.
But you know, that's like they're all friends now because he's not doing.
Oh yeah, well he's not doing well.
No,
it just makes you.
I hate that because
I do too.
He's got some
actor.
iconic movies as well.
Yes,
you know. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah.
You want to finish that?
No. I don't even like saying it. Stay away from it. This next guy
was that line he can't cross.
Yeah,
that's a big one. This next guy, I don't think he was in anything ever again. If he was, I didn't know about it. He didn't become a star after that, but he was full of a bunch of women, and well, there was cooking behind the counter named a guy by name Mel. This was the son. Do y'all remember him?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that's the only thing you'll remember him from.
Yeah, did he do anything after that?
Not that I can remember, and his face don't look familiar.
Did anybody ever date Vera? Let's just ask. Would you have dated Vera at any point?
I think I would have.
You would have dated Vera?
Yeah.
Nobody else did. Why not?
I know. Nobody else did.
Okay. I had to ask.
Yeah. You know how that other line goes.
I just felt that you were more of a Flo woman than a Vera woman.
I did like Flo too. Flo had,
because you were always trying to.
Yeah. Oh, kiss my grits.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I liked her style.
She was funny. It was funny.
What's that song? That reminds me of that song that Travis Tritt done.
Which one?
That one about the Dolly Parton wig.
I thought it was.
No, that's Confederate Railroad.
What was it?
Trashy Women?
Yeah, that's it. That's right. That wasn't
I like
Confederate
Women
Railroad. That's right. A little on the trashy side.
Then they made a dance mix version of that, and I was like, whoa. There are people in this world that can take a bad situation and make a good statement out of it for other people. Loretta Lynn was just that woman.
Yeah, she was.
Although, as Dew often wandered off when he was supposed to be backstage taking care of business for her, he sometimes he would get his head swayed by a pretty young thing.
I don't know how that would happen.
And Loretta sat down with her guitar and her ink pen. It may have been a pencil, I'm not real sure. And she wrote a song called "You Ain't Woman Enough to Take My Man."
That's right.
It would happen today. She would go in and record that today. And again, it was not one of those things in today's standards to where we're getting a divorce. No, he's mine. You can't have him.
ain't going nowhere.
There's fixing to be woodshed time.
You got that right.
And Loretta, I can see Loretta whooping somebody.
Oh, yeah.
She's just that type girl.
Yeah.
Straight from the hills of Kentucky. This next girl, she was absolutely gorgeous, and she has been in other things, and I forgot to write them down, so my apologies on this. Her big movie was with Indiana Jones. She was the Fawn, if I remember right. You remember her?
Oh, man. Are you kidding me?
Beautiful woman.
Yeah.
But again, I didn't write down the other shows that
she was in.
Yeah, and there was a bunch that she ended. This next guy, he's stuck on himself. I just can't think of any other way. He's cocky, likes himself, and thinks he's wonderful.
Well,
did I describe him?
You shouldn't be talking about Odie like that. I tell you, that's just not
everybody
nice.
knows that,
That's
so
just
I
not
just-
nice.
Am I far off the mark on that?
No, you're not far off the mark on that.
Very liberal.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Always dates girls that are barely graduated high school.
barely graduated high school. Yeah.
I don't know. He's not my type. Has he done some good acting in Titanic? Sure did. But not my type of
I
fellow
hadn't
there.
watched many of his. He's had a couple of weird movies that I've tried to watch. There was once Shutter something, and I was
Missed
like,
that one.
I got lost. And I
Wolf
said,
of
"Never
Wall
mind."
Street. I wasn't in on that one.
Yeah.
Back in 1978, I was 9 years old, and I was glued to the television set.
You were 9 years old in
9 years old.
78?
9 years old.
God, that boy's young.
Me and Waylon Jennings became close friends at that point because, well, he was the balladeer. This is the iconic scene that made history. It was filmed today and would be shown in every episode there ever was.
Dukes of Hazzard.
That's
Just a good old boy.
Man.
Got jumped over by the jump there.
Absolutely.
And that was in Georgia. And 16 feet high, 82 feet long was that jump.
Good
and it was in
Lord.
every episode at the beginning of the show.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That was back when Roscoe was running slots. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah, I like though. In his song, he sits there and say, "I know my mama loves me. She's wondering why they keep showing my hands and not my face."
Waylon Jennings, boy, what a show that impacted so many kids.
Oh man!
And it always had a good ending. It had morals to it of the right thing to do and what not to do.
It did.
Thank you, James.
Like when Bo and Luke went and stole all
Do
of the
we
slot
ever
machines.
get tired of talking about the Dukes?
No, absolutely not.
We can't.
No, there's always this moment in Daisy history.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can. Ted Knight. Anybody remember Ted Knight?
Absolutely.
I remember him
I loved
from,
him in WKLP.
Caddyshack
What was that? WKRP or
No, he wasn't in that one.
Cincinnati?
Yeah, he wasn't in that one.
He wasn't in that?
No. I know you want. Herb was there though.
Yeah, that's
Mr.
right.
Carlson.
That's right. Mr. Carlson.
But he would be in a lot of the Newhart shows.
Well, yeah, he was.
And he would, and he even had his own show one time, and it was called "Too Close for Comfort." Anybody remember?
Oh yeah,
One of those.
man! I don't even think I ever watched that show.
I saw a few of them. It was just him with his stumbling and stuttering. It made it a couple of years there. 1995, this would go to number one. It spent 4 weeks atop of the charts, and it all began today when George Strait said, "Do you love me?" Check yes or no. Anybody remember that?
Really?
yeah.
That was today.
Wow,
1995. Ooh,
You
I
know,
was
95 in my head was like 2 years ago.
It does seem that way.
And
doesn't
it ain't. Wow, how time has flown.
yeah, that's 30 years ago.
2011, this old boy would get arrested. He was a country star for a little while. I think his star has faded since then, but he got arrested for DUI. Anybody remember Rodney Atkins?
Nope, not me.
Yeah.
Trying to smother
What
his
did he
wife
sing?
with a pillow?
Are you kidding me?
He got arrested, yeah. I think he finally got the charges dropped. He's the one that had the little boy in the pickup truck riding with him. I'm trying to... I know I'd have to go back and remember some of his songs. It's been quite a since I heard that one.
Yeah.
As we talked about comedians, this guy was different.
He was different, but he made a lot of sense, especially when it comes to shul. You know, he said, "That's not school." He said,
I'd
"I went to
forgotten that.
school, And that's Shule, however you look at it.
No, that's right. That's how everybody else says it.
Yeah.
Gallagher. He used to just whoop up on watermelons.
Oh, absolutely.
That's all I remember about him.
They made him mad. That's all I got to say.
You had plastic.
They really made him mad.
But he died 2 years ago today. Yeah, so that's how he made this moment in history. Ted was also on the Mary Tyler Moore show. I'd almost forgotten about that, Steve.
No, there's another one I didn't watch.
Yeah, Mary Tyler.
Yeah, Mary Tyler Moore.
She was the first beginning stages of liberalism.
Women getting into lead roles, liberal.
She was very. Maud was the first who scared me.
Yeah.
Did you know that she also was a veteran? Yeah, I was looking through pictures. Maud was
a veteran.
Miss Hathaway. She is a veteran.
Oh,
she signed up.
I read that somewhere. I remember that. That's right.
So it's
kind of
amazing.
like Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah,
I'm going to be serious with you. I think Maud was tougher than I ever was. That woman was. I think she could whoop me and Odie with one hand tied behind her back.
She was a big woman.
Big bone woman.
You talking about whooping somebody's butt? You look at Mr. Rogers.
Oh yeah, Mr. Rogers.
You know, man, I'll take you in the middle of the street. You wouldn't want to meet him on a dark alley, a lit up alley, or nothing.
That man was scared.
What is it they always say?
Whoop you.
The quiet ones.
The quiet ones you got to watch out for. That's right. Exactly right. We ain't got to worry about Odie at all, do we?
No. He's nothing to worry about.
Loud, yeah.
We'll be right back.
When I was elected to the state Senate 9 years ago, my goal was to bring a new generation of conservative leadership to the Capitol to get things done. I'm Jennifer Branning, and I'm running for the Mississippi Supreme Court to do the same thing. I've written legislation to lower taxes and reduce regulations on farmers, manufacturers, and other businesses in Mississippi. On the Supreme Court, I'll use my experience and conservative values to always interpret the law, not to rewrite it or bend the rules for anyone.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group.
When it comes to enhancing your outdoor experience, you need a companion that can keep up. The Kubota RTV 850 Sidekick at Parrish is your ultimate utility vehicle for every adventure. From the deer camp, trail riding, or just working on the farm, the Sidekick delivers powerful performance and versatility. These units start at $15,499 cash and have a $2,000 rebate. Financing is available as low as $285 a month.
Inquiring minds wanted to know, and yes, Crystal Gale really did write a song about Odie. You've been talking in your sleep.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'd have to ask.
Now, if you were to ask me a question in my sleep, I'm probably going to give you an answer. I may not remember it the next day.
I think I have.
You know, when you're extremely tired, you will answer somebody and not have a clue.
That's true, because I tell my girl, I'll sneak up on her ear when she's asleep, I love you, babe. And she'll say, uh-huh.
One of them Sonny and Cher moments. I got you, babe.
Yeah, that's right.
I can almost feel it from here.
She's gonna turn around and whop him.
But I didn't know until I started this career that you could actually sleep standing up, and I can now. After
you learn.
Yeah, but you don't get
with your eyes open too.
Yeah.
Give me a wall. Let me get still. I can.
Keep your eyes open.
Yeah. Hey, we have to congratulate when there's when it's time to do that, and I want to do that to the Meridian Police Department. They did a good deed yesterday. We had someone that had dementia. They got kind of lost in the Meridian area. They were able to locate him and keep him company until family arrived to get him back home. And we just
way to
thank
go.
you.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
It's little moments
we
like
have
that.
Some of the
Absolutely.
best men and women that's on our law enforcement agencies, Sheriff's Department, police.
We have to say when God speaks to you, He speaks to you. And
was you there yesterday?
I missed church yesterday, and as I had my hands full of grease at the moment when I got that call of the church is on fire. The church is on fire.
Oh, good.
Northcrest Baptist. Here's the scene.
Oh my goodness!
As we got there,
And right up there on North Hill Street, ain't it?
Yeah, and the problem was, as you see it, let's flip to a few of these pictures. It would be that a belt on the air conditioner burn up.
That'll do it. Yeah,
that'll do it.
And it caused all the smoke in the church. And again, at the end of the day, it wasn't really a threat ever, but what a scare it was.
Yeah.
So Meridian Fire Department showed up.
Absolutely.
Huge church.
We appreciate them. We had Gunfire, and this is one of these things of. This is, at one point in time, this was one of the most prominent areas of Meridian, Poplar Springs Drive. It was just the historical district of Meridian. Here lately, it has turned into, there's a gunshot on Poplar Springs Drive. It's time to take back our city, and, well, it was no different as I headed out on Friday night to reports of the gunfire. And let me show you, this would be right past Point Rexall, where it just got torn down, where the road splits and the beautiful homes start.
That's right.
Right here, as police arrived on scene, we would have gunfire in the 2200 block there. The home was struck several times, no injuries, but still gunfire in that area. And this is not the first time for this area. It is starting further and further back, anywhere from 22nd all the way up to about 36th Street now. That's where we had the 2 people shot not long ago.
We have some on North Hills. That's another place you never thought you'd have that type of activity on North Hills and North Meridian, but it's getting
prominent everywhere.
Yeah.
Now,
there's a picture of that redneck Batman.
Let me explain this one.
That's why he couldn't say people's names either. I was down here where I was raised. We don't know how to say people's names.
Here we go to Marion. This would be here at the Mineral Spirits. It's not Mineral Spirits, but the Spirits and Wine Store.
Yes.
Mineral Spirits. I don't know where that comes from.
I've been there.
We had a report that there was a robbery. As it turns out, as we got new information after we arrived on scene, it ended up being more or less theft is what happened. As a man entered the store, again, it was first reported as an armed robbery. After Chief Davis and everybody got to the scene, it turns out the man did not brandish a gun, but he was wearing something that looked similar to a bulletproof vest. Not 100% sure. I have not seen the video myself. He would grab some product from the store, and they would run out into the night. It was 2 people in the car, and they went toward Meridian. Past the 4-way stop was the last that we heard. Now, again, it was not a robbery. We did think it was in the beginning. We corrected that as soon as we got the updated information after police arrived on the scene. Can these things happen? Yes. Fortunately, Marion has never had much crime before. This is one of the few times that things like that happen. Last time this happened, I saw Jeff Tate run across the street chasing him.
Well, you talk about an active...
You see that video?
Oh, yeah. And talking about an active mayor.
Yes.
There's an active mayor.
Absolutely.
Larry Gill is active. Police chief. Very active.
So that is sort of what went on this weekend. We wanted to be clarifying of what happened there. This is not the first nor the last time this is going to happen, but we go here to show the medical store often gets a car driven into it. It's happened more times than once, and it happened again on Friday afternoon as we go here. Mercedes just made its way right on up in there. Let me show you here. Now, ironically, as we look at this video, let this swing around. The store received, I don't know if I did swing around, very little damage. I think it actually just more or less dented the gutter. I got a picture of it. I thought so.
How do you not see the building?
Well, sometimes there's fog.
That
must have been it.
It was gas and brake. And look at that. That's
all that happened.
That's all that happened. But look at what it did to the Mercedes.
It did to the Mercedes.
Now, surely that drain pipe didn't leave that big of an indent.
Well, let me tell you something.
They may have beefed up the wall.
All I want to know is who the architect was and who the contractor was that took care of that building, because they built a good building.
Last time I remember went to the window area. The car went in the window area, but that's pretty. But building walls tough there.
Well, look at that. And
that was well
drain
built.
Pipe.
Yeah.
Now go back and look at the front of that car.
That front of that car is tore up.
That thing hit that drain pipe.
Yeah, let me.
Goodness gracious.
Oof.
No injuries. At first, we thought that there would be injuries, and here's a still picture of it there.
Well, the cars today are just not built like they was back in our day.
Now they're built,
but they're built to
absorb
crush.
and,
They're built to crush,
disperse the
to help
energy.
keep us from getting hurt.
That's right.
So I understand it, but I don't understand, because if I was driving my old 1972 Ford Torino, I guarantee you there'd been a big hole in
You'd have
that
been
wall.
inside that building.
Here's the old age question: is a Ford or a Chevy tougher? Let's just go to the 8th Street and 29th Avenue and let you decide as we go here. Let's blow this picture up here.
It looks like the Chevy won that one.
It sure did. As we take a look here, and this was Saturday night.
That's a Jimmy. Yeah, GMC. That's what I'm talking about.
No
that's
injuries.
Professional built right there.
It was. Metro came on scene. Everybody was checked out. No one was seriously hurt on that.
Wow,
Thank goodness.
good. Thank goodness.
It blocked traffic there for a little while there as they towed all of this away there. We had another crash. This would happen when I went Saturday morning. This was around 3:30 Saturday morning. We had somebody take out a light pole as we go here to the map to take a look. This would be at 40th Avenue and 24th Street. I was up at the Burglary, so I didn't go down to this. We just had a note of what was going on down there south of us at that point in time. Again, light pole taken out. It's all fine and dandy until you ain't got no power.
That's right. That's right.
Now, I was driving down 8th Street Friday afternoon, and I get a phone call that says, "Where are you?" And I said, "Well, I'm on 8th Street." "Well, why aren't you here?" I said, "Well, I don't know that I'm supposed to be there." "Well, somebody's in front of my house, and it's a bunch of people with guns." I said, "Really?" So I take off, and I walk over the hill, and this is what I see. What's going on?
Somebody making an arrest.
Well, Ward was on scene. He was serving a search warrant. Naughty. He arrested Charlene Evans and charged for trafficking a controlled substance with 1,500 feet of a church. Bond set at $50,000. Trafficking of a substance within, there you go, $75,000. Here's that mugshot. She was escorted out in her robe.
I was about to say, it doesn't look like she had on her clothes.
They still
that's their haircut.
That's what they put on you no matter what now.
Really?
Yeah, they give you that haircut.
Because we asked him that, and he goes, "Well, we got to have somebody's business on it, so they just make everybody look the same."
Make everybody look the same.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess there's the occasional. As we go here, let me just show you. This is the live video when we were there live, and that's the way it was. And let me tell y'all something. Let me see if I can get down here. I won't. Especially, I'd like the Meridian Police Department to pay attention here. Let me put the camera back on me for just a second. Hello, Meridian Police Department. Let me get down here. And I want to play this for just a second. I want to get up on this because this is how law enforcement is done. I'm at the scene. I'm having to try to figure out. I knew it was a warrant. I didn't know what the warrant was about. And off in the distance, as the smoke cleared and cuffs cleared, here comes his face. It's Ward Calhoun walking up the street to me, the sheriff of Lauderdale County. He didn't ignore me. He didn't get in his car. He didn't drive away and go, "Well, you're not going to find out." He walked up to me. Let's go here and see if we can hear what he's got to say.
I told you what's up.
Sheriff Ward Calhoun, search warrant, I'm assuming.
Yes, it started out as an arrest warrant for an individual. Agents with the drug task force came over to the house looking for a particular individual. In the course of knocking on the door, and they heard people inside. The individual's vehicle was at the house. They had information that she was there. She wouldn't come to the door, so we stepped back, tried negotiating, made contact with some family members, or a family member, I should say, to get them to encourage her to come on outside. And well, that didn't happen until just a couple minutes ago. And then the SWAT team was already here. We already had a search warrant for some other items in the house.
Right.
And so they're currently doing that now, and we should be gone here in the next few minutes. Nobody's injured. The original individual we were looking for, a female, she's in custody.
That was the female in the house coat?
Correct. And so we're checking for warrants on another individual, but we should be wrapped up here shortly.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
When we come knocking on the door, best thing to do is just
open.
open the door and come out. I mean, and let us do what we need to do.
And I think as I sit here, as I heard it on top, I heard two, the flashes. And when that goes off, y'all are in there.
Correct. We're in the process. Ultimately, we want everyone to be safe. The person we're here to arrest, as well as those deputies that are, performing that function. And it always is dangerous when you have to go make an entry. We'd rather not do that. We've made the attempt to call this individual out in multiple ways, through family, as well as calling on the PA system. Chose not to do that to the very end when we were literally fixing to go in the house, which is fine. The ultimate goal here, nobody's hurt. She's in custody. We'll clean up get our stuff together, and we'll move on to the next project.
Thanks, Sheriff. Appreciate that. Again, Sheriff Ward Calhoun with us here on the street. And let me point this out.
So you actually knew what was going on and what took place before you even left the scene.
That's exactly. Right. And that is how it is done. That is a professional law enforcement agency that understands that the public
wants to know.
Whether it's voters, the people that live next door,
right.
they want to know what happened in their community.
Right.
And our Sheriff's Department does that.
And need to know.
Yes.
It's not just a want, but you need to know what's going on in your community.
Many times with the other side in the city, there's cars blocked and you pulled in front of it where you can't see.
Yeah.
And that's just not how that is done.
Well, part of our issue is that we don't train our kids today to recognize that they themselves are growing up into supposed to be growing up into responsible human beings.
No, I was referring more to elected officials who hire people who don't know what they're doing.
But that's the deal. You got to start at the beginning so that when they get to our age, they are that person that is taking care of business.
Right.
And the thing about it is, if we're teaching them to go the other direction, we're never going to get past this syndrome that we're in where everyone thinks, well, I can just go down the street shooting up in the air or wherever, or shooting into people's buildings. Mm-hmm. Not shooting at anyone in particular, but hey, it doesn't matter to them that round went through the wall and hit somebody.
It's got to. It's going to land somewhere.
It's got to stop. It does. And we as neighbors, we need to stand up for our communities, and we need to start saying, hey, this is what's happening here. We need help, but I'm going to tell you what's happening.
And you're
not going to come to my place and think that you're going to get away and I'm not going to say nothing.
You can do it without being known.
That's right.
Anonymous, but you've got to clean up our city, our county.
And we have to take back our city. We have to do it.
Oh, yeah. And again, I want to be very clear about this. We may have wonderful people that are in those positions, but sometimes maybe not right for the position that they're in.
Yeah.
Jimmy doesn't seem to think there is a problem. I know there's several people, he thinks it's the most wonderful thing that's ever come along. It's going to be like the election that we just had. And there have been surveys, and I'm right on this. It doesn't matter where you live in the city of Meridian, what part of town you live in, everyone agrees the town is headed in the wrong direction and crime is out of control, and they will vote coming up after the first of the year. We'll be right back as we're going to go back over when the Veterans Day Parade is going to happen and a few other events that happened this weekend.
You're getting a new Scotty Ray mobile on.
Yeah, I ain't doing that, but we'll show the picture of it. You'll notice I lean next to it. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. Paul Brown with Dixie Buildings. We're here to take care of all your building needs for your personal and your business needs. That includes portable buildings, carports, sheds. Don't forget your hunting camps are coming in. You can start out with our 8x10s. If we cannot haul it, we can build it for you on site. We have two locations, one on Highway 19 South and our home office just around the corner on Long Creek Road. Just give us a call at 601-483-4943.
Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. The tractors are rolling at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. Drop in and see Keith, Cornbread, or Buttermilk. They've got a tractor that fits the need that you have. Whether it's a 26 horsepower, a 40, or bigger. Plus, they offer 0% financing for up to 96 months. Whether it's a part, a new tractor, 0% financing, or just simply a laugh. 601-626-8759, Highway 494 in Collinsville. That's Freeman Tractor.
Here we go, right there by Structural Steel.
I was right by. We were talking about the PDK,
Yeah.
and I couldn't find that event this weekend. I knew it was somewhere.
Turn off beside the old Structural Steel. And
Yeah, I ain't seen that road yet.
And it's a huge.
I took
there's
a right
big
there.
old propane tank.
I took a right at Randy's. I went down 80, went there, and went back the other way past.
That takes you to the Moose Lodge.
Bono took the honor, so he did real good.
Yeah, but I tried to find it to go cover the event, and I ain't found. So I need an address sent to me, so I have it next year.
I'll send you a pin.
Well, you know how you used to go to the lighthouse for the blind Industries? That's the same road.
He never saw that coming.
He never saw that coming. That's it right there.
Y'all,
and it's just for him.
I don't remember there being a street right there by Structural Steel.
I guess I need to, we'll just take you
You
out
pass
there.
Structural Steel, and there's no street there that I saw. Where?
Right beside it. You
to the
can't
left
miss
or
it.
right?
That depends on which way
Depending on which way you're
Well,
going.
if you're going
65th.
toward Lee's Donuts, where is it?
To the left?
It's on. No, if you're going towards Lee's Donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
right there on the
well,
left.
you're way past. Okay.
No, he's going that way.
No, I'm coming up on Structural Steel's old building.
Okay.
Where is this street? Because
It's before you get to it.
On the left.
It's on the
That'd
left.
be
before
Highway
you
80.
Get to it.
No.
There used to be a
It's in between
railroad.
Highway 80
There
and
used to be a
Structural
railroad tracks right there.
it must look like part of the yard there because we pass right by.
There's
it.
big fence in there that separates.
Big stop sign.
Yeah,
on
big
this
stop
way.
sign.
I had somebody with me. Let me say that.
Was he driving?
No, I was driving and he was looking. Neither one of us saw it.
Both of them need to go to that lighthouse for the blind.
Here, you want to borrow these?
Oh no, I got my own.
It was,
Kirby, today is a
Yes,
great
sir.
day. It's
Today
Veterans
is
Day.
a great
Tell us
day.
those times
It's
again.
Veterans Day, 10 o'clock. We need everybody sitting down so we can get our ceremony going, get it taken care of. And we want everybody to show up. And then after that, everyone go to lunch. There'll be a free luncheon for the veterans at the VFW Post 79. And those that follow with the veterans, we're asking for donations for the non-vets. And then at 2 o'clock, we need folks to be lining up out there on in the normal parade route through Meridian downtown area there. And those that are participating in the parade will be lining up right there at 25th Avenue and 9th Street, starting at 2 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, we'll get stepping. And hopefully we'll have a good turnout. We know we got the weather for it, so that'll be a wonderful thing. And then this Saturday, if you're feeling happy and you want to get on your motorcycle, there'll be a poker run. We're raising money for the Veterans Appreciation Committee. I'm the director of it, and we take care of those that are participating in the Run for the Wall, which is those folks that come in at the end of May. And we take care of them, and so we're trying to raise money. This is a fundraiser this weekend, and this is one of them run what you brung. If you drive a semi-tractor and that's what you want to do in the poker run, then bring it on, and we'll start that off at the Moose this Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. There'll be registration. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great fun, and it's going to go to 5 different locations, starting from the Moose over to your place, from your place to Fleet Reserve, from Fleet Reserve over to the VFW Post 79, then from there out to Quitman, where we end up at Drifter's Destination, where Colleen Marion is anticipating all of us, and she's the one that's actually doing this Veterans Appreciation Day thing as a Veterans Day poker run. So
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you can make it out to that.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a huge thing, and that's when you see a couple of hundred motorcycles coming through Meridian, and they stop off at the Ag Center.
Yes, sir. That'll be May 19th this year.
That's
well, next year, I guess it is.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah,
Coming
it's
with
been
the
25.
support that y'all have done, and these people, let me say, show up in droves.
Absolutely.
And y'all provide food,
Yes, sir.
laundry for
Yes,
them.
sir.
They can
Laundry
bring their
for them.
clothes and take care of them, and that's what this is to help.
And I help local veterans in need.
I was out and about this weekend. I went over to Hickory picking, and the veterans of foreign wars were over there also. They were stirring the pot, and I somehow know they got to stir the stew. Let me tell you something. That's a big pot of stew. And then the chili pot was next to it, even bigger.
That dog.
So they were serving it up over at Hickory. I had a great time there at Hickory Picking. And I hate it that everybody didn't get to go over it. Now, let me see if I can find this picture.
If you're on Highway 39 at Briarwood Road, be careful. We've got a auto wreck, a truck wreck, got a garbage truck that has flipped over. So don't know right now if that's northbound or southbound. It just says Highway 39 at Briarwood Road. So
White
if you're
pickup
coming
truck
in that
involved
way,
also.
Yeah, that's a big intersection.
Pickup truck, big intersection. So be careful. Austin just said text. So thank you for sending that one.
All right, Tom. All right, let's do some birthdays, and we'll get off to that wreck there. Odie, who do we got having a birthday today?
We got Hilton Spears is having a birthday. Joe Roddy's having a birthday. Allison Beard celebrated yesterday, along with Buddy Pickard. Victoria Spears had a birthday Saturday, and Beth Vicks got a birthday today. Chris Willis, Gary and Carol Driscoll, 34 years together. Lance Kittrell's having a birthday, and
yesterday was the Marine Corps birthday.
Yesterday, the United States Marines celebrated 249 years.
Hurrah!
Yeah, Marines. My
That's right.
butt rides in Navy equipment. So,
I ain't touching it. We did have a big turnout this weekend. A big thanks to everybody who came up to the car show there at the Collinsville Baptist Church this weekend for a benefit. A lot of cars were involved there. We appreciate y'all. And Odie, we need to close on a message there.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going to get it all together and be prepared. But hey, God will prepare us. So we're going to go to 2 Corinthians 12, verse 10. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distress for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong. No matter what we get into each and every day, if we invite Lord and Savior Jesus Christ into our hearts and ask Him to lead us throughout that day, no matter what we do, no matter where we're at, if we have Him, He will take care of us. He will not forsake us. And all we've got to do is ask Him to be part of our life, forgive us of our sins, and help lead us through our daily activity. Woo! Ain't nothing better than a little bit of Jesus in the